Good morning, children. In the previous class, we learned about some of the terms which are involved in this chapter. That is, we learned about the real images, virtual images, erected images, okay, inverted images, enlarged image or a magnified image, okay, and the diminished images. Erected image means upright image, inverted image means upside down image, enlarged means bigger size image, diminished means smaller size image. Real image means which is the image where it is the image where the image is found on the screen, okay, and in the case of the virtual image is not found on the screen, okay, children. Like that we learn. Now we'll be learning about some more terms and some more things which were there in this chapter. Especially we'll be learning about the pinhole camera. Pinhole camera. That means the camera where there is only one pinhole. Normally here the image is given like this. Here the tip of the candle, it can be seen to the observer. This is the observer. This is the candle flame. Okay. Therefore, how to make this pinhole camera? Okay. How to make the pinhole camera? That means for this we should take two different pipes. Okay, one pipe where you paste the black color, where you place the black color, okay, and you should insert one more pipe. You should insert one more pipe where the mouth of one of the mouth it should be pasted with the oil paper, and you should make a pinhole. Pinhole means only a small hole with a pin to the black color paper. And when you are inserting of this oil paper to it, and view the candle, if you view the candle from this pinhole, you can able to see the exact pinhole. Okay, we can able to see the flame of the candle exactly in the inverted position through this pinhole camera. Okay, then what happens? Okay, then what happens if instead of a small pinhole, if I increase the pinhole, that means if I increase the hole, what happens then? That means when I increase the size of the hole, okay, the image, whatever the image that is formed when we are seeing through that pinhole, it cannot be seen clearly. Normally, it can be seen in a blurred position. It can be seen in the blurred position. Blurred means what? It is not exactly seen nicely. Blurred means maska. Okay, it can be seen in the maska, not clearly. Okay, that is about the pinhole camera. Okay, children, right? Have you got it? That means what happens when we increase the size of the pinhole. That means when the size of the pinhole is increased, we get the blurred image. And here we can able to see the objects by using of the pinhole, where the image can be seen inverted image can be seen over here. Okay, and in the same way, in the last class we learned about the Fermat principle. Okay, Fermat principle. What do you mean by this Fermat principle? Okay, what do you mean by the Fermat principle? Fermat principle says that light always chooses the least distance to travel. Light always chooses the the least distance, or light always chooses the shortest path to travel. For this, I am giving of a story of a crow where there are two trees. There are two trees just beside one another. Okay, there are two trees. A crow was there on the tree, on a tree A, and it should reach the tree B. Before it reaching of the tree B, there are some grains on the floor. There are some grains on the floor. Okay, children? There are some grains on the floor. These are, I am representing them with C, D, E, F. Normally, the crow should come from the A. It should reach the ground. It should take the grain. It should go back. It should reach the destination B, like this. Here, the crow is coming from the tree A and it is reaching of tree B by taking the grains. Okay. Now, the question is that in which of the cases, the crow reaches the position B tree fastly. Okay. That means in which position, whether it is of C position or D or E or F, such that it reaches of fastly. Okay. Therefore, in order to solve this, what we should do is we should extend these lines. Okay. That means the extending of the line is nothing but the image which is formed over here. We are making of an image formed over here. Image. It will be of G. And here in these cases, it is making of some triangles are there. Triangles are made over here. That is here triangle ACG, triangle ADG, triangle AEG, and triangle AFG. Okay. In all these cases. Okay. Here all these cases. These are both equal. These two equal. These, okay, and here, okay, these four. Here we can able to see that in the figure CB, okay, in the figure CB is equal to CG. CB is equal to CG. Here in the figure CB is equal to CG. CB is equal to CG. And of the path ACB in the triangle ACB. AC plus CB. AC plus CB. AC plus CB. Okay. And here this is equals to AD plus DG. This is equals to AE plus EG, and this is equals to AF plus FG in all these cases. Okay. And here length of the ADB, okay, length of the ADB is equals to length of the path ADG. Length of the ADB is equals to length of the path ADG. Okay, length of ACB is equals to ACG. Length of, okay, ADB is equals to what? ADG. And here length of the path AEB, length of AEB is equal to AEG, length of AFB is equal to AFG. In all these cases, if you can observe over here, you will notice that among the parts ACG, okay, ADG, AEG and AFG, the shortest path is AEG. Shortest path is AEG. Shortest path. Why? Because AE. Why? Because it is the straight line which is passing. It is passing in the straight line. Okay. It is passing in the straight line. Okay, children. It is passing in the straight line. Therefore, in which path it is traveling the least means it is traveling the least in the path of AEG. Therefore, here this whatever the angle this is here is equal to this angle. Okay, AEB is equals to AEG. Okay, where it travels the least distance by looking at this figure. Okay, sir. The shortest path is AEG because it is the straight line distance between of A and G. Therefore, if you can measure with a scale, you can able to see that AEG is the shortest path, or AEB is the shortest path, where the least time where the crow reaches the destination P. Okay. Therefore, here we can, if we can able to draw this figure, here we can able to draw the figure. If I draw a normal over here, then this becomes the angle of incidence, and this becomes the angle of refraction. Okay. If I draw this figure, if we draw a normal to here, this becomes the angle of incidence and this becomes the angle of refraction, angle of reflection. Therefore, angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. This we take it as a normal. Okay, children. Therefore, from this we can say that light always chooses the least distance to travel. That means always light travels in a straight path to reach the shortest distance in the shortest interval of time. Okay, that is called as the what? That is called as the what? Faraday-Fermat principle. Faraday-Fermat principle. Okay, children. The remaining we will be learning in the next class. Thank you.